Right, welcome to my channel YouTube, and it's week 4 of the Hearts and Flowers cowl, and aren't you just loving the colours and the new little hearts? I've done a little bit just to show you. Oh, isn't that lovely? So it is, mine is sort of spanning out a bit, but I'm sure it'll be fine when I block it. But yes, I am loving it. So I'm going to start on this one because I haven't started on this one yet, and I'm going to show you. And I just thought I'd mention, a lot of people have talked about this hole here. Some people have fastened the flower down so that it's not sort of going to catch. And I think what I'm going to do with the back is I'm going to wait to the end, and if I've got a certain colour left over, plenty of, I'm going to do another flower in there. So when you look here, you'll see a flower head in front of there, something like that in front of it, so that you haven't got that gaping hole. But yes, which I think quite a few other people are thinking of doing. But yes, so we're going to get on with week 4. So I'll turn the camera around and then you can have a better look. Right, so excuse my puppy, she's determined to be in the video. When you start, make sure you have got 145 trebles along here. So you should have 47 clusters of 3, which I've counted and I have. That makes 141 trebles. Then you've got this odd one here, makes 142. And then on this one, you've got just 2 here and 1 there. So that's 3, that makes 145. So make sure that you've only done that last group there. You should only have 2 trebles in that cluster, not 3. Otherwise you'll end up with 46 stitches, 146 stitches, and you'll be in trouble. So make sure that that's what you've got. So with 145 stitches we can start, and we're going to treble all the way along. So this chain here is a treble, so you need to go into the top of that when you start. And you're going to do 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do a treble into the next stitch, which is there. And then you're going to treble all the way along in every single stitch. And when you get to this end here, you're going to be trebling into this one, as well as that one and that one, all the way along, and you should have 145 trebles. So I'm going to treble all the way along now, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so we come to the end and we're doing our trebles right to the end. And into that one there. And then you will need to check that you've got 145 stitches. So make sure that all your trebles, all your clusters, the pink clusters, had 3 in them all the way along, because I found that one of mine in the middle here only had 1. So of course that put my stitch count out, so I had to add another 2 in there. And at the end here, you've only meant to have 2 in there, and then 1 on its own there, which I think I've already mentioned, but it is so important. And then she gives you a choice of either fastening off or turning, and I decided to turn. So you turn and you do 1 chain, and then you're doing a double crochet in each stitch, and you do it into this first stitch here, because this chain doesn't count as a stitch. So you'll do a double crochet in there, and then you'll double crochet all the way along in all of the 145 trebles. So all the way along, and I'll see you at the other end. Right, so when you get to the end, double crochet right to the end. Don't forget this last stitch here, this 3 chain, you need to go into the top of that as well. It can be a bit fiddly, but you need to get in there because that is a stitch as well. Okay, so now we're going to fasten off and we're going to start the first colour, which I think is the rustic pink. We're starting on the right side again. Right, so we're going to start on the right side with the rustic. This is the rustic pink. And join in that first double crochet, and you do 2 chain, and that counts as the first treble of your cluster, and then you do another treble, and that is the first part, your first cluster, which is half a heart, and then you 5 chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is where some people are coming unstuck. You need to miss 5 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go into the 6th one. Some people have been going into the 5th, but you've got to miss 5 and go into the 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go into the 6th one and you do your cluster. So it's yarn over, pull back, pull through 2, so it's a treble, part of a treble, then you yarn over again, you're going through, you're pulling through, going through 2 and then through 3. So it's like doing 2 trebles together really. And that is your first half of your heart. Then you do 2 chain, 1, 2, and then you do the cluster, which is 2 trebles together. So through there, yarn over again, through there, yarn through 2, yarn through 3, and that's what it should look like. And then you 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, then you're missing 5, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 6th stitch, go into the 6th stitch, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through 2 and then pull through 3. It's the first part of your heart, then 2 chain, and then yarn over again, back into exactly the same stitch, pull through 2, yarn over, back in again, pull through 2, pull through 3. And that is your heart again, and you do that all the way along, and I'll see you at the end. Right, when you get to the end, you do your 5 chain, and then you are going into the last stitch at the end here. So you're missing 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going into your last stitch, and you're doing the cluster, and you're just doing that heart, the half a heart, and you should have 23 hearts and 2 halves, one either end. So you need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then 1 at either end. Checking your stitch count. And then you fasten off and we're back to the cream. Now she says work right side facing, so we're going back to the beginning here, and this is going to be row 4, and you're going to join into the first of the clusters, so that one there, and you're going to do 1 chain, and it does not count as a stitch. So 1 chain, does not count as a stitch, and then you're going to do a double crochet into the same cluster. So back into here where you joined, you do a double crochet like that. Right, now you're going to do a half treble into each of the 2nd, 3rd and 4th missed stitches from below. So round once, find the second stitch here, all these bits out the way, then round, and it's pulling down this chain and then all the way through, and again round into the 4th stitch, all the way through, and this one here all the way through, and that's what it should look like. Close up you can see the rustic colour through, so don't worry about that because that is the way it is. And now you're going to do 2 chain, 1, 2, you're going to miss a cluster, so you're going to miss this cluster here, and then you're going to do a double crochet into this space here, like that. Then you're going to do 2 chain, 1, 2, and you're going to do your half trebles again in the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So in here, 1, 2, 3. That'll be your 3 half trebles. Then you're going to do 2 chain, 1, 2, and then you're going to do a double crochet into that 2 chain space there. And then again, 1, 2, 2 chain, then half trebles into these, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of the missed stitches. That's 1, 2, 3. And you can see that is how your hearts are going to look. There. And you carry on all the way along, and then I'll see you when we get to the end. Right, so when you get to the end, you do, instead of doing the 2 chains that you've been doing, you do 1 chain, and then you do 1 double crochet into the top of this last cluster. And then you're ready to turn, and you'll be turning, you'll be doing 2 chain, 1, 2, and then you'll be turning. And you'll be on the wrong side of your work this time. Right, so this counts, you'll do 1 treble into the next 1 chain space, so that'll be in here. One treble. Right, so you've got your 2 chain and then you've got your treble into the 1 chain space, and now you're going to do a treble into each of these half trebles from the row before. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to do a treble into the next 2 chain space and a treble into the double crochet, and carry on with doing that way. So treble into the 2 chain space, 1, treble into the double crochet, and a treble into that 2 chain space. Then you do a treble into each of these half trebles. So that's 1, 2, 3, then into the 2 chain space, into the double crochet, and into the 2 chain space. And you carry on like that all the way along till you get to the end. Right, so when you get to the end, you've just done your trebles in your 3 half trebles, then you do a treble in the 1 chain space. Stop licking me. And then you do a treble in the last double crochet as well. That's right, there, and that is it. Right, and then you'll turn round and then you repeat the 2nd to the 5th row over and over 4 times, and it gives you the different colours to do it in. But when you finish this row, it's a good time to count your trebles, because they're easier to count than double crochets, and the next round is a double crochet. So I suggest you count and make sure you have 145, and if not, then you need to look at what you've missed, where you've missed something. But that's the front of it, and you can see the little hearts, which are quite cute. So yes, so I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do row 2 again, which is a double crochet row all the way along here, and then it will look like that, which is what I've done on the other one. That's how far I've got on the other one, and it'll look like that with the double crochet row, and then you'll carry on and it should look lovely. So carry on now with your double crochet row, and then doing the repeat of the 2nd to 5th rows 4 times with the different colours, and I'll see you at the end. So when you get to the end of the double crochet row, make sure you put a double crochet in this last treble. It doesn't look like there's a stitch place to put it, but you need to put it in there or you'll be a stitch down. And there we are. Right, so carry on repeating, and I'll see you when we've finished all of the 5 colours. Right, so this is what I've done so far. So I've done the 3 colours. What I've noticed is you've got to be careful that you've got them in a row, I found I'd done an extra stitch and it was out, so I had to undo and then get it straight. So yeah, so keep an eye on your stitch count because it can catch the best of us out. Also, I've seen on Facebook that some people are doing mosaic, which I believe is where you do this bit here in front of the stitch, and then you have the orange showing here across here. But I didn't like the look of the back, because at least here it looks a bit like a heart on both sides, so it's a lot tidier. So, and once I've put a little flower over here, hopefully the back will look pretty good. So I don't want to mess the back up by doing that, but I don't mind the orange and that showing through from a distance. You can't see. So yeah, so it's coming on. So I'm going to sign off now because I want to get this video up. It's Friday, so I've got the weekend, so hopefully I will get both of them done. I've only got the first one on this one done. I've just started my last ball of cream, so I don't know how other people are going. Some people are running out, so I'm fingers crossed it'll last. And yeah, so I hope you're enjoying the crochet along. It's a beautiful pattern, and yeah, I'll see you for week 5. Oh God, it's ticking along. Bye for now.